Today we're joined by Glenn Bracey, the Learning and Performance Director of Future Vision. Good morning, Glenn.
Hi, Tony.
So, Glenn, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and how you first got involved in learning and development.
Well, I've been involved in learning, human potential and performance now for over 20 years. And before then, I was in the world of customer service and sales. And then really by chance, by serendipity, I suppose, I had the opportunity to go and have a look at the world of learning and development. And as soon as I stepped through the doorway, what I realised was that I found my path in life.
So, Glenn, tell our viewers a little bit about your role at Future Vision and what it involves.
Well, I'm the Learning and Performance Director, and primarily what that means is working with clients to create practical, bespoke learning solutions for their organisation, their people, and the benefit of their customers. And so sometimes it means that I'm leading projects from beginning to end. Sometimes it also means that I'm leading and helping to manage and organise our small team of learning associates.
Thanks, Glenn. So tell us a little bit more about the sort of clients and industries that you've been working in and for over the last couple of years.
Well, in my career, I've been a consultant for many of those years. I've also spent some time as a training manager within a telecommunications company. And so I've seen things from the other side of the fence. In terms of industry sectors that I've worked in, then it's a pretty broad spectrum, very much so in the commercial world of retail through to telecommunications, IT, banking, financial services, TV and media, and also a lot of very interesting work within the public sector, specifically police work and looking at how frontline teams such as police officers deal with and handle the very emotional communication they sometimes receive from their public.
So finally today, Glenn, how do you think learning's evolving and what do you think learning professionals really need to be aware of as they look to develop their learning programs and solutions going forward?
Well, learning has become much more blended. There's a whole variety of new blends of learning that are happening, and we've seen that through the rise of learning through YouTube video, for instance, and of podcasts. And there's a new generation of people that are coming through that want to learn with new mediums and not within so much in the traditional ways of classroom learning. One of the other blended areas will need to come through the relationship between learners and their direct managers and leaders. So improved levels of recognition, feedback and coaching are all part of a very strong blended learning solution. One of the perhaps the most fascinating areas that's really going to have an effect in the next few years is the effect that neuroscience has within human understanding and human communication. So for instance, if you're teaching an empathy model, then of course the core of that model is looking at the language in which we need to use to express and acknowledge somebody's emotional situation, and so we can express empathy appropriately. What was also interesting is learners seem to find that with a little bit of neuroscience understanding, in other words, how empathy works within the brain, then it gives them greater confidence that they can place empathy directly in relationship to their internal and external customers and really improve the whole engagement and understanding between two human beings.
Thank you, Glenn. That's really interesting and certainly some food for thought for our viewers to consider and chew over before your next podcast next week. Thank you.
Thank you.